What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another quick video. Today, the Leafs re-signed Nick Robertson after a little bit of a stalemate. They weren't agreeing on terms. Nick Robertson was wanting out. It seemed like he didn't want to be a Maple Leaf, but it looks like he's finally signed. So if you guys are new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I'd love to have you guys here to talk Maple Leafs all season. This is a very good move for both Nick Robertson and the Maple Leafs, and we'll get to that in this video. Sorry for the lack of editing or anything crazy in this video. My back is still pretty toast right now, so this is going to be a quick video, but I at least wanted to give you guys an update here. So Darren Dreger put well played by the Leafs. Opportunity here for Robertson to stake a claim on the left side. He wanted out. Treliving explored the market while staying in touch with Nick through the process. New coach and a fresh start for Robertson. And of course, Elliot Friedman was the one that got the ball rolling this morning when he said that he thought the Leafs and Robertson would be resolved today. And then it officially came in at 1 year at $875. So this is a very cheap deal. It's a prove yourself deal for Nick Robertson. And this gives the Leafs an opportunity to slide a left winger into that left side for a very, very cheap number. So there's a few things we need to talk about here. So first of all, the number, like I said, $875,000 is a lot less than I thought it was going to be. I thought Robertson was going to get over $1 million, but it looks like maybe because they played the hand this way, and I mean Robertson waiting until the last minute and maybe teams not calling on him as frequently, the Maple Leafs could have just said, look, the teams are not looking for you right now because they want to see what you do after 1 year. And maybe the Leafs are saying that, look, if you still don't want to be here after one season, then we can explore those options. But I think Nick Robertson has a really good shot to play in that top six. And like I said, we're going to check that out very, very soon here. But the new coach is the biggest thing. As we know, Nick Robertson and Sheldon Keefe, it didn't seem like they were on the same page on how the playing time was going and also the playing style. Now, Nick Robertson is a smaller guy who isn't the best skater, but I think people undervalue his skating. I think that he's a little bit better than people say. Like, there's people that think he's a terrible skater. Like, he's a decent skater. Like, he needs to get good, and I'm hoping the Maple Leafs will work with him at the beginning of this season. I'm sure they will. But the guy has one of the best shots in their entire system. Like, this guy can shoot a puck, and you know he is a little bit more of a to the outside type of guy. I think the Leafs need to try to force him down the middle because he does have the hands to be able to, you know, get around defenders, and he did that in the OHL quite often, and he did that in the AHL as well, and we've seen spurts of it in the NHL. So I think they need to get Robertson driving to the net. There's a few times last year where Domi was feeding him up the middle, and he just took that extra stride and went in on breakaways, and he looked really good. And that's something that I hope the Leafs are able to uncover, and Berube is able to get Robertson going with that style of play. Now, will he slide into that top six? It looks like he'll be given every opportunity. It seems like Berube told him that he will be getting that opportunity. But again, I want to look here, and this is where I always point Leaf fans to. He's 22 years old, and I stress it so often, I'm going to say it again. The Maple Leafs have given up on young players so often, and they go somewhere else and they play amazing. They've done it so many times. The Leafs can't do that again with Nick Robertson. They played hardball, and it worked. So they need to continue to do this with their younger players if they feel like, oh, I'm not getting enough minutes right now. No, you're going to prove it this season. And I do believe that Robertson was underplayed. The 11 minutes per game, I think that should be around the 13 to 14 minutes. And if he gets into the top six, I mean, who knows? That could be 15, 16 minutes a game. But it definitely needs to improve over the 11 minutes because he was really good last year in terms of his point production. He had 27 points in 56 games, but it's the 14 goals that you need to look at here. This guy was scoring. He scored a good amount of goals for what he played. If he played in 70 or 80 games, which again, let's hope he stays healthy, he's scoring 20 plus. Like, I was watching the Steve Dangle podcast, I think it was yesterday or the day before. They're back to posting regularly, which is awesome. But I was watching them talk about the fact that Somebody told Adam that they think that Nick Robertson will score 30 goals, and I'm like, I don't know if he'll score 30. I personally think it's possible, but I believe this year if he gets the opportunity, he's scoring 25. Like, I do believe it's anywhere from 22 to 25 goals, and if he is getting that regular top 6 playing time, who knows? It could go further than that, which is very exciting. But you could see he needs to play. When he's playing consistently, he's going to put the puck in the net. Even that little 15 game spurt that he had here, he was still putting up decent numbers. Like 5 points in 15 games for a guy that's playing 10 minutes. That's not too bad. The Leafs need to give this guy some minutes. They need to give him a shot, because you don't know what you have until you really give it some runway. And the Leafs this year on their left side, like, they have all the opportunity in the world, because I see a lot of people being like, oh, well, Bobby McMahon deserves that spot. We can't just all out say Bobby McMahon is going to be the same way he played last year. We can't say that for Nick Robertson. We can't say that for Matthew Nyes. All of them have to come into camp this year trying to earn a spot, because there's another guy that's going to be looking for a spot, and that's Easton Cowan. And that completely changes this left side for the Maple Leafs, because I do believe Matthew Nyes will be stapled to this first line, whether it's with Nylander or Marner and Matthews. And then I do believe that you're going to see a fight between Robertson and McMahon. Not a literal fight. People take things too seriously. But McMahon and Robertson are going to be fighting for that top 6 spot. And if not, they're going to end up on that third line. But there's a chance that it pushes some of these other guys to the fourth line and some guys completely out of the lineup, because Easton Cowan's going to be looking for a spot on that left side as well. Potentially, you might see a McMahon move over to the right side if they push Yarncroke down, which I don't believe they'll do. Maybe Max Domi still gets that shot to play with Matthews, because I think they played really well together. But you can see now, and I tweeted this earlier, it gives the Leafs options. Robertson's signing is a really, really good signing for the Maple Leafs. It's a cheap option, and it's something that they needed to do to make sure that they had a little bit more competition on that left side. And for Robertson, this is the time. This is the opportunity to go in there and earn your spot, to earn your keep, to be a guy that can play for this team regularly and produce at a high level. Because if he can score 20 plus goals, if he scores 25, this team is going to reward him and say, look, next year, this contract is up. He'll still be a restricted free agent after this year. They're going to say, look, you scored 25. Let's say he scored 23, right? You scored 23 goals. We're going to give you a few $1 million for a few years, and you're going to be in the top 6 because we believe you can score at a high clip. And that's what Robertson has to be looking at. So my back is starting to really kill, so I need to get up. If you guys are new here, make sure to like and subscribe. Join the squad. I'd love to have you guys here. Robertson re-signs with the Maple Leafs for 1 year. Sound off in the comments down below what you guys think. I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.